Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's case I'm going to be talking to you about is the Charles Knight case. So Charles Knight had disappeared when he was age 30 and he's missing from Berkeley in Hampshire. He's been missing since the 17th of February 2021. So officers are looking for Charles Knight and I see that they are scaling back in their own search operation. It has been a long time since the 30-year-old was last seen leaving his parents' home in Berkeley, which was around 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday the 17th of February. Since he was reported missing, they have carried out a lot of searches in the area, particularly in the woodland surrounding where he was last seen. There has been some assistance by some volunteers, which is in Hampshire and Berkshire Search and Rescue. They have also investigated any reports of the sightings of people that is believed to be Charles. They have said that we have carried out an extensive search of the woodland surrounding his last known location and have investigated a number of reported sightings. There is also a reassurance to everyone that although the searches are being scaled back, the investigation into Charles's disappearance is ongoing. There is all new lines of inquiries that will be thoroughly investigated. There is a very incredible, difficult time for Charles' family and for his friends. There is a lot of thoughts that goes out to them. They are continuing to keep his family informed and that they are being very much supported. They are asking the community to remain vigilant and to report anything that may assist with the investigating on locating his whereabouts. Charles was last seen wearing a green jacket, a green cap, black trousers and walking boots. He's described as being white, around 5'8", tan skin, slim build with dark hair and a beard. He also has a number of tattoos on his arms and on his hands. If anyone has any information on his whereabouts, to please call 101 quoting 442 1005947. The father of two, Charles Knight, was last seen at his mother's home in Berkeley, which is near Newbury, and this was on the 17th of February 2021. Belinda Hooper, Charles Knight's mother, had said, "The last year have been difficult and it gets harder every day not knowing where he is and if he is okay. I would like to thank friends and family for their ongoing help to support and also for the interest. It has been over a year since Charlie went missing and I want to appeal to anyone who may have any new information on his whereabouts to come forward." The police scaled back their extensive searches for Charlie in March 2021. After combing the area for 3 weeks, the investigation is now being led by Hampshire Constabulary's Missing and Exploited team, which leads on to the long-term missing person investigations. The police said that the case remains open and will be subject to regular reviews, with any new lines of inquiries being followed up. Belinda Hooper, Charlie Knight's mother, said, "It really does eat away at you. You know, just always thinking, always looking and always searching. My heart is just shattered." So we are all grieving, but there never be any closure until Charlie is found. And that is hard to know, that it could be months, years, you know. To not have any kind of joy or happiness, you know you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel at this moment in time. Before his disappearance, Charlie had been suffering with depression, and although there have been no credible sightings, Belinda is not giving up hope of finding her son. So Belinda said that the family would never give up. "We will keep searching, we will keep looking and follow every possible avenue that we can." He had a funny laugh, a gorgeous smile. There are no words to explain how much I would love to see him again. We all would. His family, his friends. We all just would love to see him, just to know that he is okay. Belinda and Charlie shares a birthday, and while they were not together on these years, Belinda marked the occasions with a special tattoo to make sure her son is always close in spirit. She said, "He was born on my birthday, and obviously we've missed a birthday, and I went and had this done for us. Every year we always speak to each other and said happy birthday to you, and that obviously didn't happen this year. I said, how long are you going to be? An hour? And he said, no, I won't be that long. An hour later, I rang his brother and I said, look, Charlie went out for a walk and he has not come back home." Belinda then called the police and said that they acted immediately because Charlie was categorised as a high risk due to his depression. So this is what I can find on Charles Knight's case. So I decided to do some tarot card readings. This is alleged. So what I had said then is 4 questions. So number 1, what happened to Charles Knight? 2, who was involved in the disappearance of Charles Knight? 3, where is Charles Knight? And 4, what is the final outcome to be for Charles Knight case? Okay. So what happened to Charles Knight? And the first card we have that came out then was the 6 of Wands upright. So there had been some success and being very happy, being confident and self-assured. And there was conquering any fears, anything that didn't sit right with him. There was the sense of some public acknowledgement and attention being brought to him. And I feel like there was faith and a lot of support that was around him, and he was very much admired by some people. Reverse 8 of Wands. There was a situation where he needed to try and slow down a bit and consider what he wanted to do before he went out and done what he did. And I feel like there was a certain mistake or a poor decision that may have been involved here. There was something involved with either not finishing something or jumping from one thing to another. There may have been some form of impatience or frustrations that was involved here, because I see that there was some obstacles. There was something that was in the way here. Reverse King of Wands. There was someone that could have been Charles or another male that was very aggressive, that seemed a bit arrogant, that may have had a lot of success in some ways, and had this sense of trying to keep focused about something, about a certain situation. And I feel like this person may have a sense that he looks down his nose at people. That's the type of person this person is. Knight of Wands upright. So there was a new idea that came in. So there was an energy or a person that came in where there was a lot of passion, a lot of inspiration, inspired action, and saw an opportunity and went for it, basically. There was a sense of being very bold, being very courageous and willing to do something or going to a place that is unknown. There was a lot of passion and enthusiasm here, and I feel like there was a lot of confidence that made this person feel really attractive. So this could be Charles or another person that had some attractiveness to them, that attract things and people. Reverse Ace of Pentacles. There was a sense of hesitancy here, and I feel like this was to do with either accepting an offer or moving forward with an offer or an invitation, or some form of an opportunity here. And I feel like there may have been involvements with a new job, a loan, a pay rise. Something may have fallen through unexpectedly here, and I feel like there was the sense of a risk due to a lack of planning that was put into something. Reverse Five of Cups. There was some disappointments here, and I feel like there was some personal setbacks and feeling like a failure for some certain reason. And with that, this person felt like they choose to keep these feelings and this certain situation from other people, and I feel like there was some form of feeling helpless, feel like they couldn't open up to someone in case they feel a bit judged. There is also some encouragement that needed to try and move on from the past. So maybe something had been going on that was regarded to the past that kept being brought up, but needed to try and come to terms with something, or needed to try and move on from that certain situation or person. We then have reverse 10 of Cups. So there was a situation where there was some wishes to try and reconnect or try and work something out. This could be to do with family or close friends here, and I feel like there was a struggle, and this could have been to do with some form of communication between Charles and someone else here, and I feel like it was a very difficult time because there was a lot of things that was said may have been hurtful or may not have intended to go in a certain way. And I feel like there was a lot of feelings of either neglecting oneself or neglecting someone here as well, because I can see that something had gone wrong for some reason here. Seven of Wands upright. There was a challenge here, and I feel like it was a lot of hard work to do with a certain situation that gone in for something, and I feel like there was a situation where someone needed to try and stand up for themselves. They needed to fight for what was right. They needed to fight for their own cause here, and there was a situation that they needed support in. They needed someone there to help to defend them, and I feel like they tried defending themselves as well, and something come to a halt where there was a surprise, something that someone else wasn't expecting here, because someone was in the way of something, and there's a lot of persistency here and trying to confront someone that actually poses a threat, and I feel like with that there is a lot of courage and bravery that has been what can I say, not put as a front, but trying their best to bring themselves into that frame of mind that they need to defend themselves because someone is trying to approach them and cause some issue here. Okay, Eight of Pentacles upright. So there was a lot of determination here that I can see in. There was feelings of making important decisions here. There is a change coming in, and I feel like this was to do with a certain situation that Charles may have been trying to make changes to something, maybe to do with the situation in his life, work, or home life. And I feel like they tried their best to be the best person that they can be for others, not necessarily for themselves. And I feel like they tried to make people happy here. So this could be one of the reasons that is involved in here. Okay. Next question then was, who was involved in the disappearance of Charles Knight? And we had the Empress. So there is a motherly energy here. Someone that is very nurturing, someone that has a lot of fulfillment, someone that lives very comfortably, and this could be someone that may also been pregnant at this time as well. So this could have been like either an ex-partner or a partner or someone that you went with, because I can see a lot of compassion and support here as well. Star upright, so there was a lot of hope and faith here, feeling very loved, feeling uplifted, where there was a lot of significance that came in. So trying to be a better person by getting rid of the old them, so to speak, for a new version of them to come in, the best version. They wanted to show their own best version here, and I feel like there was some opportunity to open up and do things new, start afresh, but also for some type of growth to come in here. Reverse hangman. So it was a situation where someone felt very stuck or restricted because of another person, and I feel with that they needed to try and move on from this person, and I feel like they was content to a certain extent, but they didn't want to go rushing in to a relationship or rushing into a certain situation here, and I feel like it was a certain decision that needed to be made, but it just kept stalling here. Next one we have then is the Six of Swords upright. So it was a situation where either Charles left someone or someone left Charles, because there is a sense of leaving a situation or leaving someone behind in the past, because there is a travel that I can see which possibly over waters, and there was a change of heart here, and this was based on a very tough decision that he was going through at the moment, and he thought that if he move on and go elsewhere, then it would be better for him, and I feel like it is a better position that he'd be in, and he just wanted to leave everything in the past for good, you know, just leave it in the past. Then we had the Three of Swords then, which is upright. So there was feelings of being deeply hurt. It could be involvements of jealousy here, or feeling very disappointed, because I'm seeing there may have been hurtful words, actions or intentions that have been involved here, and I feel like something happened that come out of the blue. And with that, it was feelings of trying to slowly move on and move forward with their life. And I feel like it was a very, very painful situation, you know, but it was only temporary. Okay, Seven of Swords then, upright. So there was someone who may have been involved with theft or betrayal or tricked someone, and I feel like someone done this and they got away with it, and with that they're very sneaky, and they got away with, could have been a secret, or something that may cause to themselves shame, guilt and regret, if someone found out about it and found out it was them. And with this sneaky behavior, they need to come to that conclusion that they are going to be found out one way or another, and they need to try and resolve some things here, but it's a very dodgy energy about this person. Okay, then the next one is, where is Charles Knight? So we had Three of Wands upright. So there was a plan for the future that come from a place of safety and comfort. There was plans that was on the way, which is going to be considered with opportunities, that they wanted some potential of future things that's going to be coming their way for them. And I feel that this could have been involvement to do with traveling overseas or for some form of career or a new life. There may have been involvements to do with an international job or some form of a good opportunity that's coming from somewhere overseas. Eight of Swords upright. So there is feelings of being trapped here. There was the feelings of then getting restricted due to some circumstance or someone here. There was an unfulfilling job or abusive relationship that had involvements here, and it could have been linked to debt. But I feel like there's a lot of negativity, depression. I feel like they can't come out of this problem and this frame of mind that they're in. With that, they try to they're the type of person to leave a situation the way it is. You know, if it's like they can see red flags basically. So basically, how can I say, if they see a situation that they can see coming that is not a very good situation, it's like they're ready to jump out of that situation. They're ready to just up and leave, which in one way is a good thing. But there's a lot of mental anguish that I have here, and it is the feeling that trying to get things resolved, but yet they can't get over something or person that has done them wrong here as well. Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there was an end to difficulties here, particularly to do with a recent suffering of a job, relationship, financial hit. And I feel like where he is right now, he is very isolated, he's very alone, he has no one but himself, okay? And I feel like this is involvements to do with money situation or situation around his family or someone that he was very close to. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups then, which is in reverse. So either Charles or someone else wanted to take action on something, okay? And I feel like one person wasn't ready, but there was a lot of moodiness, jealousy, frustrations, and a lot of negative thinking and negativity being acted upon here. And this is getting the better of someone. Reverse Lovers. So there was a relationship that was very strained, that had some communication that was being challenged, where they were growing apart. They could see, like, no matter what they try and do it, they just see themselves growing apart. There was no trust, there was no respect. They was just basically under each other's feet here. And I feel like with that, there was one person that may have been emotionally involved in the relationship, while the other person wasn't in that relationship. Basically, they was just like, you know, they just didn't want to be in that relationship anymore. And I feel like there was a lot of reluctancy here due to one person constantly getting hurt. This could be physically, mentally, or verbally. So it's like they just didn't want to be in it anymore. With the Magician then, something started to manifest here, and I feel like it came into reality where something came in where there was fruition with it. There was trying to stay on track with things and had some form of an idea that they was going to pursue. So there was also good news or bad news that came about. Queen of Pentacles upright. So there is obviously a female energy here that may be a mother figure that is very stable, that can be very generous. And I feel like this is a person that is in the relationship with Charles, or they had some contribution that may have been involved in the family. So she may be a family member here. And I feel like there's a lot of support and love with this person, you know, trying to balance things out because there's a lot of independency here. And this person, she was very generous to Charles here as well. Okay, so what is the final outcome to be for Charles Knight? And we had the Page of Pentacles upright. So there was news that came in, or a message. And with that, this was revolving around some new beginning or a blessing. And I feel like this was to do with a form of an opportunity that may have been involved with a new business, a new job, or some form of financial windfall. And I feel like there was a lot of excitement about it, and there is a lot of good intent in creating whatever someone wanted here. So then there is to be like a celebration coming in here, to do with family and friends, and some support coming in here. And I feel like there is a connection coming in where there is to be standing by one another here, support being shown in different ways. There may also be some spending time with loved ones here as well. Reverse 9 of Wands. So there's a lot of struggles and challenges coming in, but someone is going to keep fighting to stay strong, you know, because there is a lack of support that is around a certain thing, but there is a lot of paranoia with someone, where there is defensive and they feel as though they're under attack for some reason. It's like someone's coming at them for some form of reason. Okay, reverse 9 of Swords. So there is inner turmoil for someone here, and is putting someone in despair, where there's a lot of anxiety and going in a downward spiral, and things just seem to be getting worse and worse and worse than what it actually is. Okay, and I feel like someone's coming to a conclusion that everything's not as bad as they actually thought it was. There is to be a road to recovery and a road to finding where Charles is as well. Okay, King of Cups upright. So there is to be accepting emotions, getting control of them, and try not to let anyone or anything get to them. There is to be a calm approach to a situation. There is also involvement of boundaries being put in place and being level-headed about something. There's involvement of smart decisions that's going to be made. And there is to be patience and understanding a relationship or situation that's involved here. And this could be linked to a father figure that has involvements. Okay. We then have the 8 of Cups upright. So there is to be walking away from a situation, or walking from people with a sense of disappointment, or from the case with disappointment. And I feel like someone turned their back from someone, a relationship, a job, family maybe, which they fell out of love, or they didn't have any happiness, or there was just always arguments. Nothing ever was right. And I feel like it always caused pain and animosity, and there is to be moving on from that situation. Okay, another question I asked a different deck of cards that I have, which is tea leaf reading cards, was very specific in the area where Charles Knight is located. We have these could be symbols, signs, pictures, names, places. So take whatever resonate with this. So there is a coffin. There is knots and tangles. There is a letter W that may have been in the area name. There is a wall, wasp, an incomplete circle, letter H in the area name, heart, horseshoe. There is a house, a building component, a gambling place, and a letter C in the area name where it is located. So that is what I have for the Charles Knight case. If you enjoy my videos, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.